Support for NPR and the following message come from the William and Flora Hewlett Foundation, investing in creative thinkers and problem solvers who help people, communities, and the planet flourish. More information is available at hewlett.org.
When the moon hits your eye like a bird's eye.
That's it. You all right? Want
Dean
a pill or
Martin
something?
was one of the best.
He
wasn't
was. He was. Anyway, I should mention here, as a public service for Valentine's Day this year, we thought we would report on the status of the Car Talk Personals.
Yeah.
You may know, you may not know, but there's a personal section on our website where people advertise themselves vehicularly, as if you were a car.
Yeah.
And this area of the site has had quite a bit of success, as well as, of course, the usual panoply of losers. But today, we're focusing on the successes. Anyway, it turns out, according to our cyber babes, that we've had, you ready for this? 8 reported marriages now, based entirely on meetings that took place through the Car Talk Personals.
Yes, and all these people have either sent us photographs of the wedding, or they've all sent us emails telling us, how they met, how the relationship developed. We've been, in fact, invited to many of these weddings.
Yes.
We haven't gone to any of them yet because I hate weddings. I've been to too many of my own.
And paid for too many.
And I've paid for too many. But we got 8 weddings.
Pretty good. Anyway, as part of our Valentine's Day service here today.
Wait a minute, how many divorces did we have?
We're not keep track of divorces.
Wait, okay.
Our producer, Dougie, has asked us independently to compose a personal ad for each other. You ready? So you are going to, go ahead. You go first. You give the personal ad for me.
Well, to tell you the truth, I forgot to do it.
Oh,
But it was easy, though.
Go ahead. Of course.
It was very simple, and here it is. If you were putting a personal in our personals, it would say, 87 Dodge Colt Vista. Love walking on the beach. Bird watching.
Yes.
And listening to Ode to Joy in the morning. Also have trouble starting in the mornings and have an overly active exhaust system. That's it. I think that sums it all up, don't you?
It's pretty succinct. Yeah. All right, I'll read yours.
Yeah, go ahead.
You ready?
Yeah, I can hardly wait.
63 Dodge Dart, incontrovertible. Needs lots of body work and cosmetics.
Yeah.
Rear end falling off and dragging. Headlights weak, but horn loud and annoying. Extremely difficult handling, ball joints worn, and belts are loose. Difficult to start in AM and often doesn't work at all in cold weather.
This is very good.
Prone to overheating without advance warning. Needs plenty of rest on long trips and cannot, I repeat, cannot be driven at high speed.
No.
Performance erratic and doesn't shift well. Often sticks in reverse. Looks good from a distance, but disappointing up close. Serious inquiries only. Definitely needs TLC. And a fumigation would be in order.
There's more.
Like sunsets,
Page 2.
kids, dogs, and most other mammals. Willing to relocate, presently living in 2-car garage. Will eventually need full restoration, so hurry.
That's very good.
Anyway, if you want to check out the current crop of personal ads or place one of your own, they're free, of course. I mean, you can't put a price on love, can you?
Certainly not.
Just visit the Car Talk section of cars.com. Now, if you want to talk to us about your car or your love life or both, the number is 1-888-CAR-TALK. That's 888-227-8255. Hello, you're on Car Talk.
Hello, this is Joff from Newark.
Who?
Joff.
Joff.
As in Jeff?
As in Jeff, that's how it's spelled, yes.
Really?
I like Joff better.
I never heard of anyone pronouncing it Joff.
Joffrey.
It was a nickname from when I moved from Michigan to Newark. And
You probably had some teacher who didn't understand how to spell Jeffrey and saw it written and called you Joffrey.
So you spell it Jeoffrey.
I spell it Jeff.
All right.
Oh, like Mutton Joff.
Joff.
I remember that.
Okay.
like that.
Where are you from, Joff?
Newark.
Newark, New Jersey?
No, that would be Newark. I'm from Newark, home of the Fighting Blue Hens here in Delaware.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Newark.
Newark. Yes.
Newark.
2 words?
One word. spelled just like Newark.
Yeah.
Newark, Delaware.
Yep.
Yeah.
So go ahead, Joff.
Yeah, problem I got is a 1990 Toyota pickup truck. It's got a 4-speed manual in it. Several weeks ago, when I got up to the 4th gear, seemed like the clutch was slipping or something. I could hear the engine rev, but the speedometer didn't really seem to pick up much speed.
Doesn't look good for you, Joff.
But I figured if it was the clutch, I probably should have noticed it in like 1st, 2nd, and 3rd gears, too.
No, not really. A clutch is most prone to slippage
in the higher
in the
gears.
highest gear under the largest load. The way we test clutches for slipping in the shop and make otherwise good clutches begin to slip when we feel the need to sell someone a new clutch is you put the thing in high gear, the highest gear that it has. You set the handbrake. We pull up to Peter's toolbox, so if anything doesn't work, he loses his toolbox. And you try to drive the car away, giving it as much gas as you want to almost, and letting the clutch out all the way. And the idea being that if the clutch is sound and the car can't move because the handbrake is on or you're up against a tree, the engine will shut down. If the engine doesn't shut down, then in fact, your clutch is gone.
There's the engine turning and the wheels aren't, so what's turning? The clutch is slipping.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense, but it kind of stopped doing it.
Oh, that's possible.
Yeah?
I mean, it's possible
Not
because
really.
you haven't really duplicated the conditions.
Okay.
But I mean, if you tried to climb a hill,
Mm-hmm.
there aren't any hills in Delaware.
No,
That's the problem.
yeah, that's the problem.
You could
Actually,
drive
that's
around
not a
for
problem.
years with a bad clutch and you wouldn't even know it.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's a good thing. That's not
That's
a
But
problem.
I'm going to
Great
guess
thing.
you have 111,000 miles on
More.
this thing.
140.
Yeah,
Yeah, and this is the original clutch.
sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's time for a new one.
Well, I mean, you can perform this test yourself. Pull it up against a tree, put it in 4th gear, and let the clutch out and give it gas and see if it slips.
But that's
But why?
going to take the last little bit of a good clutch
that's
away
what my
from there.
Oh,
brother
yeah,
said.
do this right next to the repair shop. No,
Because otherwise you won't make it
a sound clutch will suffer no repercussions from this test.
because it will
Okay.
stall
It'll
out.
just the engine will stall abruptly. It's like someone just yanked the plug. Bang! It'll shut right down. And a weak clutch, you'll hardly know that the thing was in gear.
Yeah.
The
But-
engine will keep running, and you'll say, "Oh, that's funny. I'm in 4th. Let me see. I'm doing 3,500 RPM. I should be doing
The
about.
speedometer says 40 miles an
I
hour.
should be doing about 65 miles an hour, but I'm not moving. How could that be?" And that's how it could be.
But on the other hand, if you don't have any plans to take a trip, say from Newark to Newark, or anything like of that nature, I would simply forget all about this. You will forget we had this conversation,
Yes.
Joff.
Joff, you are falling into a deep
You're
sleep.
falling into a deep sleep.
Your eyelids are heavy.
And in
From now on, you will be known as Jeff.
when you awaken, you will forget everything we've said here today. You will forget about the clutch.
And I won't get stranded somewhere someday?
Oh, yeah.
Well, you could, but you'll probably have some warning.
Okay.
Every once in a while.
Jeff had the warning.
No.
Jeff Joff.
Joff?
What the hell is your name? You had the warning, Joff.
No, but see, it doesn't matter.
He had the warning.
He doesn't drive that much.
He had the warning.
So what?
He's going to forget all about the conversation because we've instructed him.
What
do
conversation?
But get the clutch replaced. You're going to need it real soon.
Okay.
See you later.
All right, thanks a lot, guys.
Bye-bye. Okay, Tommy, do you remember last week's puzzler?
This message comes from Wise, the app for international people using money around the globe. You can send, spend, and receive in up to 40 currencies with only a few simple taps. Be smart. Get Wise. Download the Wise app today or visit wise.com. T's and C's apply. Support for NPR and the following message come from the William and Flora Hewlett Foundation, investing in creative thinkers and problem solvers who help people, communities, and the planet flourish. More information is available at hewlett.org.
Hi, we're back. You're listening to Car Talk with us, Click and Clack, the Tappert Brothers, and we're here to talk about cars, car repair, and the answer to last week's puzzler, if I can possibly get there.
That was a very long, convoluted,
Is that all you have to say about it? Long,
obfuscated,
folkloric,
interesting,
historic
puzzler.
Here it is.
Yeah.
Many, many years ago, when I was 23, I was married to a widow who was pretty as could be. This would have had a girl. No, that's not.
No.
I was engaged in the noble profession of pedagogy in the frozen state of Vermont. I was teaching science to 7th and 8th graders. And anyway, there I was one Saturday morning sitting in front of my TV watching some educational program. I think it was Mighty Mouse. And the phone rang, and I knew who it was. It was one of my fellow teachers who happened to live across the street. And he was calling to ask me to help him move a cast iron stove into his house. Jeez.
I'm remembering this.
He explained to me that he didn't have the stove. He was going to pick it up at the factory, and he'd be back in a few hours, and then would I help him? And I said, what about that no-good brother-in-law of yours? And he said, no, he wasn't due back in town until late that night, and I guess I was it. So I said, oh, go get the stove and call me when you get back. So I got dressed and immediately started engaging in every manner of household activity in the hope that I'd hurt myself.
Or burn your house down.
I tried everything, like rewiring the house, doing chimney repairs, polishing the gutters. Nothing worked. But as I waited for the dreaded call, a wonderful thing began to happen. The snow that was falling changed to freezing rain, and I said to myself, this could be good. Right now, they're loading the stove into his VW microbus at the factory. But he's never going to get up his steep driveway when he returns, and I'll be off the hook. And maybe by tomorrow, when the ice melts, that no-good brother-in-law will be back, and he won't have to call me. Sure enough, there I am, hiding behind the drapes as he pulls up, and he's slipping and sliding even with the extra weight of the cast iron stove in the back. He gets out and throws some sand under the wheels, but of course, what? That doesn't help. He gets out of the van again, slams the door, opens the engine compartment. Remember those buses had a little door in the back?
I remember it well.
He opens the engine compartment, and he does something that takes like a second or two. Closes the engine compartment door, and the next thing I know, he's climbed the driveway, and he's on the phone saying, hey, babe, come on over and help. The question is, what did he do that literally took a second that enabled him to get up the icy driveway? Now, here's the answer. Believe it or not, his Volkswagen bus
believe it or not,
was
right.
transmitting too much torque. It's hard to believe, to the wheels to enable him to negotiate this steep, icy grade.
It's like if you're trying to walk on ice.
You can't run.
You can't. I mean, if you tried to run on the ice, you'd be on your butt in 2 seconds. Whereas if you walk very, very slowly.
But he couldn't transmit a small enough amount of power to the wheels to stop from losing his grip. To walk.
That's right.
So what he did is he opened the back and he pulled the coil wire off so the engine wouldn't start. He got back in, and with the thing in first gear, he turned the key. And all that worked now was the electric motor that would ordinarily start the engine, but he was using the electric motor to take him up the driveway in first gear, albeit slowly, but not slowly enough. And he crept up the driveway with just enough torque to get him up without slipping, and there he was at the top.
The equivalent of walking gingerly on the ice so you don't fall on your butt, as opposed to trying to run on the ice where you would fall.
Now, alternatively, he could have pulled a spark plug wire or 2 or 3 and made the engine run, for example, on 2 cylinders. But
maybe he knew that it was already running on 2 cylinders.
That's exactly why.
He said, well, I guess 2's too many.
Anyway.
How about none?
Now that that's over with, who's our winner this week,
The winner
Tommy?
this week is Barry Fisher and his students at Eisenhower Middle School in Rockford, Illinois. No kidding. Barry Fisher and in his entire class, Barry probably figured that by putting "and students" in parentheses in his email, we would feel obligated to send him like 25 Car Talk prizes.
Of course.
Well, dream on, Barry. We are sending you 25 $1 gift certificates instead of the usual $25 gift certificate. Good luck.
Well, you can pool them together and, make one 25, or each of the kids can go on visit the Shameless Commerce Division and buy something of their choosing.
Exactly.
And spend
for $1.
And spend some of their parents' money at the same time.
What can you get for $1? Nada.
Not on our, not with us. Anyway, we'll have a new puzzler coming up in the third half of today's show.
Do you know what it's time for now?
Time to move the cot into the garage in preparation for your post-Valentine's Day banishment?
No. It's time to play Stump the Tumps. As part of the ongoing quality control effort here at Car Talk, we occasionally invite a caller from a past show to come back and let us know if the advice we gave was at all helpful.
Or at the very least, not actionable. So who's this week's contestant?
This week's contestant is Michael from Niagara Falls, New York. His father-in-law's 1990 Lincoln Town Car was stalling out. Every time Pop took a slow, tight turn, the town car would die. So Popsy takes the car to his regular Italian mechanics, Sacco and Vanzetti, I think they were called, and they come up empty.
Geez, you'd think that a couple of paisans would be town car experts, wouldn't you?
Well, times have changed. Sacco and Vanzetti specialize in Lexus now. Anyway, Popso got so fed up with the car and with Michael's criticism of his mechanics that he finally said to Michael, "Here, if you can fix this car, you can have it."
A little testy, isn't he?
He's very confident that I won't be able to figure out because I'm just I'm a musician. I'm an opera singer. I don't know anything.
And we're pretty confident that we won't be able to figure it out either.
Well, here's what happens.
All right. It says here we told Michael to check, you ready for this? The boost circuit that kicks up the engine idle when you turn hard at low speeds. We said it was probably faulty.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
It always sounds good before the caller comes on. Hey, Mike, are you there?
Hey, guys, how you doing?
Hey, all right, before you tell us who owns the car now, we have to verify the following.
Well, number one, we have not spoken since your last appearance on Car Talk. Is that true?
That is correct.
And you have not been offered any cash prizes or other prizes by National Public Radio or the Sacco and Vanzetti Motor Car Company
Not
for
in
a
any way.
specific answer here today.
No,
No.
not in it.
All right.
All right.
What happened? We can take it.
You were right.
Holy cow!
Really?
You were absolutely
The idle
correct.
up circuit wasn't working.
That was it. You said it was either loose or it was faulty and needed to be replaced, and it was faulty and needed to be replaced. I wasn't, however, able to do it myself, which you also suggested would get me even more points.
Yeah, that would have gotten you real points.
Wait. Does this mean that you are the proud owner of a 1990 Lincoln Town Car?
Well, I'll tell you, I went to him after I took it down and I got it fixed, and the mechanic was also impressed with my the way that I just divined this answer. He thought, well, that's a good idea, and I felt very proud of myself. And
Yeah.
I went to him and I told him the whole story, and I told him that it had now been fixed, and he said, well, that's great.
Give me the keys.
And I told him, now what about giving me the car? And he said, you thought I was serious?
You mean an Italian who went back on his word?
He said, I was kidding. I never gave you. But the truth is, he will actually allow me now. He entrusts me now to drive the car whenever I want to.
Well,
which is more along the lines of what he meant. And I think that means more to him than even having entrusted me with his daughter. So
I see. What he meant was, if you can get this car fixed, you can have it.
Yeah.
For an afternoon.
once in a while.
That's right. He didn't mean I could have it.
Sure.
Right.
Of
Well,
course.
next time, get it in writing.
Yeah, that's right. But I do want you to know that the mechanic who did eventually fix it and did a great job on it was also Italian. So I think that the town car expertise is still...
It's still in the family, so to
Yes,
speak.
absolutely.
Well, thanks a lot, Michael, and thanks for coming back on the show to make us look good for a little bit.
Okay, thanks, guys.
See you
Bye.
later.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
If you'd like to stump us with your car problem, the number's 1-888-CAR-TALK. That's 888-227-8255. Hello, you're on Car Talk.
This is Amanda Barco from Edinburgh, Pennsylvania.
Amanda.
Yes.
Edinburgh,
Yes.
Pennsylvania.
Yes.
Got it.
Which end of must be in the left end?
Yes, it's about 30, 40 minutes from Erie.
Yeah, okay, it's good. Okay,
Erie,
Amanda.
that would be like a steel place, right?
With-
Erie?
With the lake.
Erie Lake.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Erie Lake. I think they call it Lake Erie, but Erie Lake's good
Erie
enough
Lake
for
is
me.
good. Yeah.
So shoot, Amanda, what's up?
I have a 1987 Dodge Aries. My problem is I believe the power steering pump has gone, but my mechanic says, well, it might be the power steering pump, it might be the rack and pinion system. So
Yeah.
I'm calling to see, is there a way that you can tell whether it's the rack and pinion system or whether it's the power steering pump?
The way we usually figure it out is we put in the more expensive piece. And if that doesn't work, we throw in the other piece free.
I see. Well, that's helpful. Thank you.
Yeah. Little does he know how close to the truth that really is. Oh,
Actually, I just made that up, and it's actually a great strategy.
sure. If we're wrong, we'll give you the other one for free. So he can actually put a pressure gauge on the pump, you know. He can actually read the pressure coming out of the pump
Okay.
to see if it's the spec.
I see.
And he's probably going to find out that it isn't. I mean, what happens is you have no power steering action whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
It's like really hard to turn, but the belt turns the pulley on the pump.
Okay.
Is that what's happening, he thinks?
Well, what's happening, all I know is about a couple months ago, I don't drive it very often. I mean, it's basically just to go to the grocery store and doctor's offices, visits with the kids and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But a couple months ago, all of a sudden it just started to take more turns to get the car to go where I needed it to go. For example, if I need to make a 90-degree turn, it takes between probably the average of about one full turn of the steering wheel to get it to turn 90 degrees.
No, it just seems that way.
That can't be true.
The number of turns can't change. That takes more effort, though, does it not?
Yes.
It's
a lot more
taking
effort.
more effort, but it can't possibly take more turns.
Unless
Something really, really strange is going on.
Well, when it first went, the steering wheel was like really hard to turn.
Yeah.
Now it's not as hard to turn. Actually, it takes hardly any effort to turn the steering wheel at all.
But what's the problem now?
I don't know.
if in fact it was hard to turn, and then it got easier without any intervention by this mechanic of yours,
Yes.
then I suspect that the rack is the problem. And I think your assessment that it takes more turns of the wheel
Yes.
is correct.
Oh.
I think the rack is stripped.
Teeth.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah,
Bad teeth.
That's like my brother has. That's dangerous,
Okay.
because if your rack is really stripped, or the pinion is stripped, you know what it is? There are two gears that are meshing. One is a round gear at the end of the steering column that basically mimics what the steering wheel does. You turn the steering wheel, it turns. You turn left, it turns left, and you turn right, it turns right.
Okay.
And then the rack is a flat gear that meshes with this, and it goes left and right as this other round gear meshes with it.
Okay.
But if they're not meshing correctly, and it takes more turns to get you to make a 90-degree turn than it used to, this is serious.
That means that when you're turning the steering wheel, it is not at all engaging with the rack.
Okay.
Sometimes.
I see.
That could be serious.
Oh, yeah, you got to get this fixed because you could die in this car.
Yeah, this is very dangerous.
Oh.
Because at any moment, you could turn the wheel and it wouldn't turn. The car wouldn't change direction. And that could be really exciting,
Well, to say the least.
to say the least, yeah.
Okay.
And it could be that you end off needing the pump as well. It may be that there's so much debris from all these gears that have been chewed up in flowing around the system that you've damaged the pump as well. But you can buy both of these at a junkyard.
So
All right, then.
All right,
get
you've
right
been
on it,
warned,
Amanda.
Amanda.
All right. Thanks
she'll
so
do
much.
it. No, she'll do it.
I
It's
know
a
she
mother
will.
and her kids, you don't have to say it twice. You don't have to tell mothers what to do.
No,
they know
they
what
know.
to do.
All right, in just a minute,
Good luck, Amanda.
we will proudly introduce to the world this week's brand new puzzler.
You make this sound like it's really like a big deal.
Well, it is like introducing a new strain of malaria. We'll be back in a minute. Ha! We're back. You're listening to Car Talk with us, Click and Clack, the Tappert brothers, and we're here to discuss cars, car repair, and the new puzzler.
I'm excited. I'm really looking forward to this.
Oh, shut up.
Well, you made it sound like such a big deal.
Oh, I didn't. No, I have two pairs of puzzlers that are related. So each pair is related,
Yeah.
but not to the other pair. In other words,
I got you. Yeah, yeah.
So I have two puzzlers that are similar, and then I have another two puzzlers coming up in the next few weeks that are also similar.
So you'd like to use these like sequentially, the similar ones?
or non-sequentially.
Or non.
Yeah. Whatever the case may be.
Yeah, or chronologically.
Or non-chronologically.
Yeah.
And they, but the beauty of these puzzles is their brevity
Yeah.
as opposed to last week's.
And their autonomy, I
Yes.
suppose.
Yes, they are autonomous.
And their relatedness,
And their relatedness.
in another sense.
And the first one is arithmetic, and I used this on the staff last week.
Oh, man.
And you remember this one and the second one?
I do remember
All right,
this.
all right, go and get a bunch of matchsticks.
Yeah.
We'll wait. Okay, time's up. Or a piece of paper and a pen, which you can represent matchsticks. We're going to make a fraction. The numerator of this fraction is going to be Roman numerals.
Yeah.
Okay, and the Roman numeral that's the numerator is 23, which is two X's.
XXIII.
Right.
And so you can see these being made up of matches, 2 matches making up.
Okay,
the
then you're going
X.
to take a bunch of matchsticks and make your line, and then the denominator is going to be 7 in Roman numerals, which is VII. And then an equal sign, there's a little equation, equals 2, which is represented by 2 matchsticks, 2 vertical matchsticks. II. Okay. Roman numeral 23, XXIII over Roman numeral 7, which is VII, equals 2, which is II, Captain. Now, obviously, this equation is wrong.
Right.
Berman says it is.
It's close, though.
It's close enough. I mean, what the heck?
For Berman, it's close enough.
Your challenge is to move 1 matchstick and make the equation correct. Now, you cannot take 1 matchstick, for example, and make it 22 over 7 does not equal
That was my
3.
That was my pretty quick solution.
Yeah, that's bogus. That's completely bogus. So inequalities are not allowed.
Right. So the question is, how can you move 1 matchstick and make this into an actual equation?
There you go. Now, if you think you know
Equation.
Equation.
An equality.
Yes, so to speak.
And by the way, one of the issues that came up was, if I take one of the matchsticks away from the X, I will be left with a sort of diagonal facing
No, and
line.
that's bogus.
And
That doesn't-
means
well,
nothing.
that means
No, you
squat.
can't do that.
Right.
Is the answer. No,
Exactly.
you can't do that.
You can't.
You can't do that.
If you know the answer or think you know the answer or just want to write to us otherwise, send your response to Puzzler Tower, Car Talk Plaza, Box 3500, Harvard Square, Cambridge,
Our fair city.
Massachusetts 02238, or you can email your answer from the Car Talk section of cars.com. If you'd like to call us, the number is 1-888-CAR-TALK. That's 888-227-8255. Hello, you're on Car Talk.
Hi, this is Charlie Cox from New Paris, Ohio.
Hi, Charlie.
Charlie, how you doing?
Oh, marvelous. Well, no, not exactly. I've got an 85 Tempo that I just replaced the 3rd fuel pump in the tank.
Yeah.
And the thing is driving me nuts. They're going to let me out next week. I don't know what the problem is.
Really?
Yeah. Now, they're not costing me anything. They're lifetime guarantee, but it's going to kill me laying under that thing changing the fuel pump about every 3 months.
Ah. So they're not replacing the fuel pumps.
No,
Charlie's replacing the fuel pumps.
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
Charlie is buying these fuel pumps from the same disreputable parts
No,
store.
let's not jump to any conclusions.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, he admits it.
But 85 Tempo, isn't that carbureted?
No, this is fuel injected.
It is fuel injected.
Yes.
And the pump is external of the tank. It's not
No, internal.
It's in the tank?
gotta take the
Oh,
tank.
you poor thing.
And, you know, it always waits till you get the tank full to die. And then this thing falls on you.
So how long, tell us when this little saga began.
Well, I
About a
want to know
year
how
ago.
long it takes you now to change the pump. How good are you at
Oh.
it?
Oh, I can do that
25
in a
minutes.
half hour if the
So-
tank is empty. But it's just a pain.
You bet.
You know, you take the tank loose, it falls on you, it's got you pinned to the ground. Yeah,
And
you're
it
trying
smells
to,
bad.
Yeah,
And you're there yelling, "Hun, help!"
yeah. And she says you got yourself into it, you get yourself out of it.
So how long has this been going on?
About a year.
So about a year ago, the original fuel pump that came with the car in
It
1985
gave up.
gave up.
Yes.
You went down to Pep Boys or whatever the place is down at the corner, and you bought yourself a fuel pump
Yes.
for $29.95.
No. For $105.
$105.
Yeah.
Who was the manufacturer of this pump?
It's supposed to be AirTech.
Airtex makes good pumps.
Should I say that? Yeah. Anyway.
Sure, no,
Airtex,
that's good.
we put Airtex pumps in all the time, and they're great. In
Yeah.
fact, they probably made the original one.
Right.
Probably did.
Yeah.
So you buy the pump,
Right.
you put it in.
Right.
How long does it last?
About 4 months.
When it stops running, you drop the tank, you take the pump out.
Right.
Then what do you do?
I hit it with jumper wires from a battery,
And
and it squirts a little gas, but it's not the pressure it's supposed to be. Well, about 40 pounds or so.
but does the
35.
pump actually turn? You can hear it turn?
Yeah.
It does turn, but it doesn't seem to be squirting enough.
Right.
When you say squirt enough, you've got it immersed in the gas tank at this point?
No, I got it out.
Well, they're going to squirt when the thing's out.
Yeah, it's got nothing to squirt.
Well, there's a little gas in it, but you can
Yeah.
I put a pressure thing on it, and I was only getting about 12, 14 pounds pressure.
And did you try that with a new pump?
No.
See, because I think that you're condemning a pump that isn't bad.
Okay. What would you suggest besides killing the car?
A Corolla.
That thought did cross my mind. Yes.
Yeah.
No, I think you are condemning. In order to really determine scientifically what's going on here, you've got to test the old pump and the new pump exactly the same way.
Okay.
And then you'll determine, I think, that there's nothing wrong with your pump. And I think what's wrong is that maybe the wiring is bad. And maybe in the process of dropping the tank and putting the tank back in, you somehow make a connection that had gone bad.
Reconnected.
Good
yeah.
again.
Yeah. Now, my mechanic, it died in his lot here a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
So he had it in there, jacked it up, hit the starter, it started, then hit starter again, it wouldn't start, and they checked the voltage back as close to the tank as they could get, and they had voltage.
They had voltage,
They
but
had
the
voltage.
pump wasn't turning.
No.
Well, you got to go all the way back, baby.
Yeah, clear to the tank.
You got to go right to it.
Yeah.
You got to go right to it.
Yeah.
And I think that's where your problem is.
Okay.
I mean, I'll tell you, we've installed a jillion Airtex pumps.
Uh-huh.
It's
And
unlikely.
every once in a while, like anything else, you get a bad one. But
Sure.
to get, 9 in a row, I
But
mean,
not
what are
three
the
of-
odds?
Yeah.
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 And besides, I mean, you can't go through this for the rest of your life.
Well,
No, you
my
sound like
life
an
is
old geezer. I mean, one of these times it could croak you.
My life is going to be shortened if I have to keep doing this. Hell, it's too much work for an old guy like me.
Yeah, it is. I can tell that. You got to teach your wife how to do it.
I know. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that's what you've got to. I mean, you've got to really do the real scientific test.
Okay.
You got to find out.
Yeah.
And I think with the pump out of the tank, the fact that you're getting 12 pounds of air pressure or whatever,
Yeah.
is probably good enough. I think
Okay.
that pump is good.
Okay.
And you can call the parts store and tell them to put all those pumps back on the shelf.
Okay. Okay, guys.
Good luck.
If you don't hear from me again, you know the car got the best.
And whatever you do, don't fill the tank anymore.
No, put in $3 at a time like my brother does.
Yeah, I need to do that.
See you later.
Okay,
Les.
guys, have a good one. Thanks.
Thanks for calling.
All righty.
The thing is, if he puts in $3 worth of
He's gonna
gas
burn
every
the
time,
pump out.
it'll never fail. It'll last forever.
It may, but he can't go anyplace. Well, you've wasted another perfectly good hour listening to Car Talk. Our esteemed producer is Doug, the Subway Fugitive, not a slave to fashion Berman. Our associate producer is Ken, the Diaper Slayer Rogers. Our assistant producer is Catherine Imelda Ray.
Who has new boots, by the way.
Oh, does she now?
Yeah, bought them at 9 West.
That's why she wasn't here last week. Our engineer is Dennis the Menace Foley, sick my foot, and our technical, spiritual,
She
and
was
menu
having a
advisor.
bad leather day.
Yeah. Yeah. I can't come in, I'm sick. Yeah, right. Our menu advisor is Mr. John Bugsy Sweet Cheeks, Mr. Hyde Hula Hips, Hula Lips. Free lunch, make that 2 triple cheeseburgers, Lawler. Our cow and WBUR in Boston.
And even though St. Valentine himself rolls over in his grave and says, how did I get associated with these guys? When he hears us say it, this is NPR, National Public Radio.
Support for NPR and the following message come from the William and Flora Hewlett Foundation, investing in creative thinkers and problem solvers who help people, communities, and the planet flourish. More information is available at hewlett.org.